Hello, everybody. We're live again. Today, number 3 for the day. Number 3. We'll get here. Maybe we'll get here. I don't know. We're up here somewhere at 3. Anyhow, live number 3 for the day. No, I'm not out in the snow. I'm not building a snowman. I'm not doing any of that kind of stuff. Although I could. The snow's really nice out there. So anyhow, let me push this away a little bit. There we go. Let me bring that down a little bit, maybe like that, something like that. We'll do that. Anyhow, Mopar Garage is live and on the air. There's Mr. Rich. Rich 220 is in the house. How you doing, Rich? I guess you don't have any snow up there, so yeah, we are here. I roughly ended up with about 10 inches of snow. I mean, it's finally stopped, but now they say the wind's going to pick up and it's going to start blowing a bunch of that snow around. So we'll have a bunch of drifting to deal with tomorrow. They say the wind's going to get about 30, 35 mile an hour tomorrow. And there's David. David's in the house. How you doing, David? Glad you're in here. Glad everybody's in here. I'm still waiting on the shipping to see how long it's going to take to get about 2 truckloads of snow down to David down there in Florida. I know he needs it, and wants it. You know, just saying. I know David's looking forward to it. So, I mean, he hasn't seen snow in a long time, so I know he's desperate of snow down there. So, I'll see if I can get him a couple truckloads. I'm sorry, David. That's the way it is, man. That's the way it is. I'm trying to share as much as I can. If I can help a brother out, I will, you know. Rich, it won't be water long up there. You're going to have a long, cold winter up there. Just saying. When it starts in on you, yeah, you'll really be hibernating. Unfortunately, Monday I got one more day. Today, Saturday, I'll be Sunday. I'll go to church tomorrow, and then Monday be back to work. I won't be outside working, obviously. The high Monday here will be, I think they're calling for 25 for a high here. So it's going to be a cold week ahead. I don't see anything really above 35 degrees till maybe Thursday. We might see a high of 30, 35 on Thursday here, but then it drops back down again and cold for the weekend. So I'm afraid this cold weather and this snow is going to stay here a while. I just don't see it leaving anytime soon. I'll put it that way. So, yeah, well, it'll be all right. I'll warm it up a few minutes. I always warm it up before I move my truck, so I just don't jump in them and go. So always warm them up. Send all that white stuff to Rich. Well, you know, I could send a truckload there too. You know, I might drop it by helicopter on him. You know, that way it really looks like it's snowing up there. You know, just drop it right on him, and it'd be a big snowfall for him right there in his own parking lot. He'd like that. Yeah. Jane's in the house. How you doing, Jane? How you been? You got any of this snow where you're at? I mean, I got plenty of it. I'm willing to share. I'm trying to share. And nobody wants this snow. I mean, Dave's down there in Florida. I've been trying to send it to him. I don't know. I don't know. I can't believe that, you know, Dave don't want snow down there. You know, he'd be the talk of the town down there. You know, have snow. You know, he could pack it around his house. You know, he'd go out whenever he wants, build a snow angel. You know, all of that. I mean, Dave, it's options there, Dave. A lot of content. You go out there and make content with that. You know, David. I'm just saying. Austin, how you doing? How's everybody your way? I got plenty enough snow here, so I'm about 10 inches of it. It finally stopped, so. kind of glad it stopped. 10 inches is enough. I mean, that's first snowfall of the year, and it didn't mess around. It just come right on down. It was serious snowing. I had a little bit of thunder too, so a little thunder snow going on. Up north, they had lightning and thunder up north of me, so I'm sure they're above 10 inches. So, but 10 inches is fine with me. I'm good now for a while. Yeah, it's a winter wonderland here too. It's quite amazing, really. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, I like snow when it's come down, but after it starts getting dirty and that, I'm ready for it to leave. But it's going to be cold the rest of this week. I mean, it's just not going to warm up. So, I mean, it's just ain't going to warm up. But I remember, as a teenager growing up, I mean, 60s and 70s when I was a teenager. So I remember we'd go out rabbit hunting on Thanksgiving Day and go rabbit hunting. There's snow on the ground then. So, I mean, it's not out of the ordinary, but definitely different to have this amount of snow this early in the year. I will say that. How much snow did you end up there, Austin? 4 or 5 inches or so, maybe? Yeah, I'm not a cold person either. I don't like. I mean, I don't mind it if it's 30s and 40s. I can deal with that, but it starts getting down into the single digits and stuff like that, and the wind blowing about 25 miles an hour. I'm good at staying home. So just saying. Well, it's pretty much a line from I-70 across the state, I think pretty much got hammered pretty hard. I mean, I'm north of there, obviously, and right north of me, about I'm going to say 20 or 30 miles. I mean, they got pounded pretty hard up there, so right north of me. So yeah, there ain't too many people around here coyote hunt anymore. I mean, it's amazing that there used to be a lot of coyote huntings around here. And then our fine little governor we got decided to step in and said, okay, we can't have any more of them coyote hunts where they do a reward or, you get trophies or whatever, for bringing in the most coyotes or whatever that game was. He stopped that. So that put a stop to a lot of the stuff. So now we got all kinds of coyotes now. It's amazing. Not too many rabbits around here anymore either. I haven't seen a rabbit anywhere in my area for months now. So I did see a big bobcat a couple days ago. He was a big boy. So he's eating healthy. Oh yeah, we used to do all kinds of coyote hunting. I don't do it anymore. I mean, in fact, I won't take care of one because I will in a minute. But as far as going out and coyote hunting itself, I haven't done that in years. But yeah, it's coyotes are getting out of control here, and of course now we got bobcats to deal with, and that's among other things that runs through here. A couple years ago, I seen a mountain lion, puma, whatever you want to call them, mountain lion to me, but I seen one of them, and it was down the road for me, so they're probably just passing through. I mean, those mountain lions, they'll territory 300 miles easy. So, well, right now, we just got it here. As far as that dart of the boys, we got it. It's out in that shed, so it's out there. We, like I said, haven't had time to really do much with it outside of get it here. So he's lucky he has it, and I'm glad he has it. Glad he got it back, and he'll make an attack plan for it. He's still trying to adjust to that that life of what's going on there. So when he gets ready, we'll work on it. I want to get it painted. I want to get all the outside done. I mean, I need about 25, 30 hours of working on it, and I can get it in color, but right now with the weather, I can't do it, obviously, but I can take it to a place I can. So that's the thing. Right now we're full in the shop. So and my dart's there, and I got tractors in the way. There's 3 tractors sitting there. So right now putting another car in there ain't going to happen right now. So yeah, that's I forget what the name of it was. It was kind of like an apple. It's a hot paint. I mean, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but House of Color. It was a House of Color paint. Is what that is. So it's a 3-phase style of paint. So it's something new for me to paint. I mean, it's really not hard to paint that. I mean, I was scared at first because I'm always spraying either enamel or I'm using, single stage or I'm using a base clear. So, and that is a base clear product, which is not a problem, but all the steps you go through to get it to do the thing it does in the paint. It sounds scary at first, and I was scared to do it. And I thought, well, maybe I'll get somebody else to paint his car. And then I looked at it and I done a test spray of it, and I said, man, I can make this happen. So, but yeah, it is a pretty paint. It does kind of grow on you. And I paint a lot of green. I mean, it's a green paint, but I do paint a lot of green. But this is kind of a specialized green. So, Jane's leaving. See you, Jane. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it very much. Well, there's really nothing wrong with single stage paint. I mean, it really does the same thing as a base clear does. It's just that the chemical reaction in the paint, the clear has to come to the top. It rises to the top, so it separates itself. Basically, I mean, I'm throwing it out there in an easy term, but the clear comes to the top and the color stays down below that. So it's kind of doing the same thing. You're just doing it in 1 or 2 passes. Where a base, you put your base down, you put your 2, 3, whatever coat you feel like you need to put on it, and then you're putting your clear over the top of it. I like a base myself. I mean, I love doing base clear coat because the base gives me an opportunity to look at what I got in front of me and how the paint's going on. And if I see a problem, I can stop. I can stop right there, right in the middle of that process. I can give it just a little bit to flash over. I can sand it really, really quick, and I can address the problem, and I can go right on painting like nothing ever happened. So that's the good thing about base clear. So whereas, your enamel or single stage, however you want to call that, I just call it all single stage to me, but properties are a little bit different in the single stage versus, the enamel stuff. But once you spray the single stage, you got to wait several hours before you can attack where a problem is. And then, man, you got to hope that the paint you sprayed that day is the same color as you're going to spray it today. You never know. That's the problem with single stage. You just don't know that even it could be in this. I've done this. I've done it on tractors, and I've got some tractors out there I can show you that they're enamel, single stage, whatever you want to call that, and painted out of the same gallon jug. And if I wait a day or 2 different to paint another part, it will turn out a different shade. There's a lot of variables that go into that, and why I say that happens. I mean, a lot of it is weather. Humidity will change it, pressure, how many coats, what you got under it. All that changes that tint. So 64 Dodge Dart, yeah. 63 Valiant, 200, yeah. Seen a lot of them guys changing out them front ends on them Valiants over to the Darts. I've seen that before, and over to the Cudas too. And I think Dead Dodge Garage up there, he done something like that to a Barracuda. Put like a Valiant front end on it. It is pretty cool. I mean, it does look good. It's kind of like taking a grill out of a 69 Valiant and putting it in a 70, 71 Duster. They definitely look different. Gives it a different look. See you later, Rich. Have a good evening. If you want some snow, let me know. Poet didn't know it. I think you need snow up there, Rich, but you know. So, David, what have you been working on, David? I didn't do anything today. I mean, I went outside and done the weather reports. I did that. That was probably my biggest portion of the day, was going outside, giving you guys a weather report for a few minutes and coming back in. I was all done. It's like, you know what? I'm going to sit back and watch this day go by. You know, ain't nothing that important. I need to get out and go prove to anybody I can drive. I don't need that. So, what you been working on, David? Got to be something interesting, I know. Oh, setting up that new scan tool. Okay. Is that a new one you just got in, or is it the one that you've had? Oh, one you just got in. Oh, so it's a new and improved model. Them can get pretty expensive sometimes, some of them scan tools. I don't have a scan tool here, so I used to have one of them little pocket scanners, and I may have it here somewhere in one of the toolboxes I got, but that's the only scan tool I ever had, just a little pocket thing just to read the code, but I never had anything per se as a scan computer or anything like that. But I haven't had to use a scan tool in so long. Back in the time, I used you wore one out. Ice Mountain, just saying. No sponsor, but you know, there it is. It's definitely going to get cold tomorrow. Tonight and tomorrow, it's supposed to pick up, and yeah, we're gonna see some wind chills and colder temperatures tomorrow for sure. They said that this here was going to change to rain earlier today, and I said, "Nah, ain't no way that's going to change to rain today," and it didn't. It never did change. We had a little spell of sleet come in, and then that didn't last long, and it turned back to heavy snow again. So there's Shelly. How you doing, Shelly? How you doing tonight? I know you want some snow. I know you do. Just saying. I know you miss the snow, so you probably need, you know, a couple inches at least. Some good fresh snow. Think car 6898T. Okay. $424. Oh, Shelly, come on. You want some snow, you know it. A couple inches wouldn't be nothing. Wouldn't be nothing. You'd hardly know a couple inches is even there where you're at. Just saying. Man, I tried to give David a couple truckloads. I mean, I got some to spare. I mean, it ain't a problem. I mean, you can take a box, I mean, truck, pickup truck. I mean, you know. Oh, come on, Jelly. Man, why is it so hard to give snow away? Everybody loves snow. I mean, come here it is, Christmas, holiday season. Spread the joy. Oh, come on. That's awful. Ain't nobody got this Christmas spirit. What's up with that? Well, I've tried to give it to David. I want to send David a couple truckloads of the snow. That way he could pack it around his house, you know. He could get out there and make little snow angels and, you know. I mean, David would have a grand old time with it. I mean, he could put his slippers on and walk out in it with his slippers. I mean, can you see that? I mean, I got a visualization of it already. Yeah. Entertainment at its finest. I don't care who says what about it. It's entertainment. Oh, come on, Kelly. Nope. Well, you know, just trying to get you into the spirit, David. Just trying to get you there. You know, I'm slowly getting there. I just got over with Thanksgiving, so I'm good. I gave thanks for a lot of things that happened this year. I'm thankful for my health and everything I got going on. I'm happy there. Now I'm ready to move on to the Christmas deal. So next weekend I get to go out and go tree shopping. So I'll go out and I'll pick out a nice live Christmas tree. I ain't putting up no fake one, so it's all real here, just so as you know. Yeah. But Shelly, it's Christmas time. You got to have a little snow around the Christmas tree. I mean, that's just the holiday deal. That goes with it. Just saying. It would be phenomenal to see David have snow around his house down there. I mean, the only house in his whole neighborhood to have snow with a palm tree. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can visualize that. Yep. Just saying. I think it'd be fun. You know. I mean, people from Florida leave Florida to go way out west and ski and all that stuff and take snowmobile trips and just to be in the snow, you know. See, you could do it right there, David. I mean, right there in your own neighborhood. I mean, you could set up a little ski thing and I mean, you know. Oh, I can visualize that, David. I really can. Well, you know, Rich, I'd do what I can to help you. You know, I mean, I'd send you some damn snow for sure. I mean, but I'd have to send it to you in a helicopter. They'd have to pick it up here and fly it to you and drop it off at your place. And it'd be real snowfall for you then. See. David. David, can't you see yourself out there, have a nice yard full of snow, have a couple inches out there, and you could have a little snow ramp with skis? I mean, it only lasts down there about a day, day and a half. So I mean, you know, you'd have to really make the best of it. But man, you'd have so much fun down there. I mean, I could see it now. You could have your gaiters on, you could walk through the slushy snow. I could see it now. Hey, you know, this ain't got nothing to do with cars, trucks, and all that stuff. You know, we're just talking. I'm just blabbing off here, so you know, just trying to have fun with you. But yeah, I can see you now having the gaiters on down there and walking through the slushy snow in your driveway. I could see that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, for a few hours, you could rake in some money. People could come over in your yard and do the little ski deal. You know, you could rake in a little bit of cash, extra cash. David, see, I'm thinking about you. I mean, I got all kinds of it here. I mean, all I got to do is figure out how to ship it to you. That's all it's all fun and games, really. But, with broken. Yeah, sitting on a gator. Yeah, hey, yeah, that'd be another thing. Have a gator in his yard with snow, and him riding a gator. That would work. Yeah, that would work. That would be entertainment 101 right there for sure. Yeah, have gator wrestling, and yeah, that'd work. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that'd be money right there. I guarantee you. You'd have at least 2 days of snow there. So, I mean, you could get 2 days of people skiing in your yard a little bit, and, you know, riding a gator, you know. Yep. Oh, what a gimmick that would be for several hours. Well, Rich, just go buy a new phone. If you get a new phone, you won't have half the trouble you're having. Just saying. I need to go buy one too. There ain't no doubt I need to buy a new phone. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to. I'll have to break down and buy one. I just don't want to spend $1,000, $1,500 for a phone. I'm not. I don't have that kind of money laying around, just laying around. So I'm a poor guy. I'd have to set up a GoFundMe account. I'd probably have to PayPal for it. Yeah. Yeah. That'd work, Shelley. That would work. Yeah. Yeah. Sure would. Well, Rich, I mean that's true. I mean you'd have to watch out a real live gator. I mean they'd want to eat you for food. No doubt. You have to get a small one. Once not you don't have to get no 14-footer. Of course, Rich, how fast can you run, Rich? I mean, I don't know how fast a gator is, but man, you'd have to outrun the gator. Ski on the gator, exactly. Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, Dennis told him. Yeah, yeah. Dennis would take the blame. Yeah. That's hilarious. See, now David down there, he's used to them gators, so he knows just how to handle a gator down there. Rich, he has no idea what to do with a gator. He'd be scared. Oh, he'd say it's Shelly's fault. Well, Rich, I tell you what you could do. I'm just an idea, and I'll throw it out there for you. Here's what you could do. You could go in hiding for about 6, 8 months. Go in hiding. Just don't be on any social platform whatsoever for about 6, 8 months. Lose a ton of weight. I mean, just get on a diet, lose lots of weight. I mean, come back clean shaven, all kinds of stuff, big suit on, and all this stuff, and you know, and 57 all fixed up and driving around, take pictures of that, and then come back on social media like that. I guarantee you that would be a shock. I'm just saying, let's throw that out there for you, Rich. I'm trying to help you, brother. David's wife says you're dumbass, believes everything Dennis tells you. Yeah, he'd be nimble and quick. Nimble and quick. I I could see that, Rich. A gator diet, Rich. How about that? Get on a gator diet. You just turn the gator loose every morning and go for a run. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You'd be nimble for sure. You'd be a nimble guy. Oh, that's funny. All because of snow. See what started this was the snow. They just snowballed into gators skiing and oh God. See what happens? Was that my wife has seen me do some very scary, stupid stuff. David, I think most wives would do that. I think most wives has already seen their husbands do stuff that just astounds them. So, yeah, anything you do now, I mean, they just look at it and go, "Well, that's normal," and walk back into the house like it's normal. I guarantee it. I didn't start this. I was talking about snow and sitting in snow, and it snowballed into skiing and gators, and you know, yeah. See how that works? That's awful. It's all because David wants snow down there. That's what it is. David wants snow. And he's yearning for it down there. I mean, yeah. You're rich up there. I mean, he's going to get plenty of snow this where he's at, so it won't matter. He'll be snowbound here for too long. I'm sure it's already cold up there. It's probably 30-ish degrees up where Rich is at right now. Yeah, Shelly. Yeah, yeah. Kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits, or gators and bits. Well, Austin, you just wouldn't believe the people that leave Florida and them southern states to come up to see snow. I mean, really, you'd be amazed. I mean, they go on ski resorts and all kinds of stuff, And then, there's guys, don't want snow, and you know, I don't get it. I don't want snow here either. Yeah. Did I miss Indecisive Garage in here? Is Tim floating around in here? How did I miss him? Are you in here, Tim? Hey, there's Tim. Hi, Tim. How's everything your direction? Tell me you got some snow. White. Yeah, it's 10 inches of white here, I can tell you that. I mean, I went out twice today and gave 2 live reports on the weather conditions. So I don't want to put my glasses on. I can read that over. I can read that. Well, sorry, it's over there. I can read that. Yeah. Got my glasses right there, by the way. They're just readers from Walmart. So I mean, if I want to cheat, I can cheat. They're from Arizona. Yeah. My nephew goes out to Minnesota. He'll go out there and he'll drive out there 1,300 miles or whatever it is, and he'll get out there and he goes, "Yeah, I can't get back. We got 22 inches of snow out in Minnesota just overnight. It just pops in. You know, this here snow we knew was coming basically all week, so they've been talking about it since last weekend. So I kind of figured I would have ended up with about 4 inches of snow here because they kept changing that forecast and changing it. And Lone Wrench Garage, how you doing, Mike? I can't believe you ain't got any snow down there. Currently, it's minus 14 degrees. Is that right? 8 more inches coming? Or is it currently 14 inches of snow with 8 more coming? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I'm seeing? Okay, I'll put my glasses back on. That what I'm reading there. Currently at 14 with 8 more coming tonight and tomorrow. Well, that's okay. You can keep that. That's plenty. I'd love to see a 24-inch snow at one time. I'm kind of stupid there, but I think it's awesome when it's snowing. I just hate it after it's snowing. If that makes any perfect sense. I love to see the snow. I think snow's pretty, but put a fuel pump on a Pontiac 400. That's good. That's awesome. Didn't have any problem with that push rod in there. Just saying. Sorry. Oh, come on, Chili. Come on. You can have a little bit of snow and it'll be fine. Really. I mean, a couple of inches ain't nothing. Just saying. You know? Of course, that's a Pontiac 400 motor. I'm not real familiar with the Pontiac 400 motors, to be really truthfully honest. It's been so long since I even looked at a Pontiac motor. So I'd be talking out my rear end if I say anything about 400 Pontiac stuff. I think I've only owned one Pontiac my whole life. Okay. Yeah. I was thinking that because that's more forward running off. Is that running off the front part of the timing chain gears like a Mopar does? I think that's the degrees I got here too, Rich, about 27. Yep. It's going to get colder as the night goes on, though. Yeah. Okay. Made into the cam. Okay. It's got a lobe on the cam. Yep. Yep. Okay. So, Mike, what are you working on down there? Being you didn't get this snow and all this stuff, you're probably busy in the shop. I caught your live a little bit early today. I was kind of in and out. Of course, when it started, I went out and done a weather report. I really just done that to be stupid, really. I didn't do it for any kind of stuff. I just went out there to here it is. You know, you want to see it, here you go. Fair live was probably a good thing to do, but man, the video quality sure goes away in a snowstorm. I can tell you that. It'd have 300 more horses under the hood, huh? Yeah, well, that's awesome, Tim. That's awesome. 300 more ponies under the hood make a world of difference, you know. Just telling you that you'll feel that a lot. I always kind of figured it takes about 75 to 100 horse to feel a difference in the seat of the pants kind of deal. I mean, I run leaf spring cars for a long time, and the way they feel and how they leave and stuff like that, they're kind of different in the chassis car. When I got into that chassis car, it was a total different feeling in the chassis car than it was in a leaf spring car, just in how you feel the car plant and all that stuff. So it's a world of difference when you start getting away from the leaf springs and you start getting into the ladder bars and bar cars. I mean, there's a total different feel to the car and truck for that matter. 326 into Le Mans. Read that. Got to read that, Austin. Played it in 02. You gonna freshen up that 326? Or are you just gonna drop another motor in it? That's what, a 65 Pontiac? See, I like the looks of the 60, even though I never owned one. I like the 65s. I like that stacked headlight look they had and the grill look. I like that out of probably all the Pontiacs. My brother loved Pontiacs. I had an older brother. He's long gone now, but he was into Pontiacs really hard. Knew a lot of them. Not me. I didn't catch into the Pontiac realm. So gonna go buy a diesel heater tomorrow. Then get the Mustang in there. That'd be awesome. I'd like to see some of that Mustang stuff. My son is a diehard Ford Mustang guy. Man, that boy of mine, he loves them Fords. He really does. I don't know where he got that from, but you know, he loves them. And that's fine. I mean, that's whatever he likes to do. Of course, he drives a Dodge truck for his business, so I don't know. He's got a 2 year. It's 2 years newer than my truck. It's all lifted up and big tired, and yeah, he's got all that going on. He likes the truck, but he likes his Ford cars. I don't get it, but okay. Oh, diesel for the heater. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought you're going to get a diesel heater, and I'm going, okay. Okay, well, it's not a numbers match engine, so yeah, you can kind of put whatever you want in there. Then that's kind of an open book. Yeah, that's how I looked at my drag car. I mean, I started out with that car. It was just going to be a street car, leaf spring car, and that's it was just going to be a super stock spring car and a small block, and I was going to drive it. That was the start of my race car. And I took I mean, the first body work I didn't do. I sent it and paid a guy to do it. And I got it back about 8 months later, and it was a disaster. I like to cried when I got the car back from him. And I spent a bunch of money to have it done. And he couldn't even finish it. That's how sad it was. And what he did put in, I took and put it right on the ground. I put it right back to bare metal like I gave it to him. And then me and a buddy of mine done the body work, and I've done most of the body work, so I will say that. So that's why I'm not scared of body work no more. It's like, you know what? I think I can do better than a lot of guys. I'm not saying I'm a professional body work guy, because there's guys out there 100 times better than I am. So I don't get me wrong, I can do good work, but when I paid for work and it was sad and I had to put it in the ground, it's like, you know what? I'm going to try to do that myself. I ain't going to get scared of nothing no more. John Wilburn's in the house. Run, Dennis, run. That's a 2025 #1 hit worldwide. How you doing, John? How's everybody your way? Did you have a good Thanksgiving, I hope? Family good? I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I really do. I hope everything was great. Family's good. I hope everything blessed everybody. So I hope everybody's great. Juan is in the house. How you doing, Juan? By the way, I love cheesecake, Juan. By the way, I love it. That's why I'm kind of a little fat guy. So, yeah. Never be scared of body work, because there ain't nothing, if you don't like it. I mean, here's the deal. I mean, if you don't like what you do, you can take and remove it and start all over again. I mean, it helps you build patience. So if you can build patience, you can do anything. Once you have patience and you set your mind to something, it don't matter if it's body work or you're working on transmission, but it's all the same. It's all about patience and taking your time. But if you don't like something, stop. Hey, I don't like that. I don't want the way it looks. So stop and wipe it off. Do whatever it takes, put it back where it was and say, hey, look, I'm going to approach that different and approach it different. That's what you do. That's the thing about body work. You can't be scared of it because it's already needs work. So when it needs work, it's like, okay, I'll work on it. And you work on it until you're happy with it. And really, the only person that's really got to be happy is you. And so long as you're happy with the work that you're turning out, it don't matter after that. Yeah, I try to do my best work. I mean, there's work that I could perfect on, but in my line of work, I mean, I had to put out a product. So when it's time, so it is with me, it's a little different because it's a time constraint. I have to do so much so quick to get something done and get it out the door. Whereas at my stuff, I got forever. So when it comes to my stuff, I mean, I can be a lot more particular about how something turns out. Patience is me working on my race car 15 years ago, 16 years ago. That was the one thing that taught me patience. And once I paid somebody to do the work and the work wasn't there and I had to bring it back and tear it back into it again, that's when I learned patience. And it's hard. I'm telling you straight up, it's hard because you want to just walk away and, just say, screw it, walk away. But it helped me build patience, and I can sit down and it don't matter. It's like, if I don't like it, I've done this even on tractors. It's like, man, I don't like any part of what I'm doing. I'll stop. I'll grind it all back off, take it, sandblast it, whatever I got to do, and I'm going to redo it. I'm going to do it until I'm happy with it. And even the tractor, I got time constraints, but I got ways to make time up. So once you start doing it for a while, you start learning little tricks here and there that'll help you, and you'll learn that as you go. So sometimes it ain't what somebody can show you. Sometimes it's got to fit how you do things. I mean, not everything I do works for somebody else. So, but hopefully if I can show somebody something, then they can say, hey, I can work that in, and that will make me better. So that if I can do that, if I can teach somebody a little bit of that, then I've done good. So yeah, patience is a virtue. There's no doubt. I mean, it's hard to learn. It is very hard. It's Patience is a bitter pill to swallow. Sometimes it's like pride. I mean, you just gotta swallow it and say, okay, I'm going to be better at it. Yeah, I agree, John. That's 100% true. Yep. The good thing about patience is sometimes you'll be so hard on yourself, and that will help build a lot more patience because it's like, hey, I know I screwed up here, and I can do better at this. So, it starts building on itself, and then pretty soon, you know, it just becomes habit, then it starts becoming easier for you. It's still work. It's still work, but it's something that you start seeing the improvements as you go, and it's like, man, that helps a lot. I've lost 28 pounds. I want to lose about 30 more, but I mean, I'm happy I lost 28 pounds. The doctor is extremely happy with me. I feel really good. Weight loss is tough. I mean, it's easy to sit back and pack it on, and then you start feeling bad. And I'd lost a bunch of weight before because I was a really big guy before, and I'm still heavy. I'm still a fat guy, but there was a time I was well over 325 pounds. So, and I wasn't feeling so good. And it's like, you know what? I had to make a drastic change. So, and then here last year, it's like, you know what? I put on some weight. I don't like it. And I said I wasn't going to do it. And yeah, the older you get, the harder that is. Yeah. And it's harder on you when you start putting weight on. I mean, I started feeling it's like, okay, I got to stop this. I mean, I put the brakes to it, and it's like, okay, I've lost 28 pounds. I'm happy I lost 28. I'm pretty much staying right in there. I'm going to try to lose more. So it's patience there too. So, but you'll get there, Austin. Just keep doing what you're doing. You'll get there. You just keep on it. Stick with the plan you got, and you're young enough. You'll shed the weight off. You just become a lot more active and do what you're doing. You're fine. So that's exactly right, Tim. Yeah, you're exactly right. Patience is probably the key to anything you do, really. Without patience, you become kind of angry, bitter. I mean, you really start misjudging stuff. So patience helps out on across the board on so many items. Yep. I usually start putting weight on because I'm stressed. I usually get stressed about something or some things that's going on, and I go to the food. So eating the wrong foods at the wrong time, eating too much. I mean, that's also you stick with it. You keep your walking practice up and keep going. Some days will be tough, but if you stay patient about it and stay consistent, I guarantee you the pounds will drop off. I got a lot of room to talk. I need to drop some weight too. I need to be walking down that road too. So walking's healthiest thing you can do. Yep. Mike, you gotta watch Little Debbie. I mean, the hostess guy and Little Debbie, man, there's a reason why they put them up there by the door of them convenience stores. That's an impulse item. Oh man, I gotta have that, need that. No, you don't need none of it. But I try to stay away from the soda pop. Bread, I watch my bread intake, stuff like that. I do watch that. Yeah, I was working my way back into a size 42 jean here. I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, and I'm back into my 38. It's really good now. So just saying, that's where I'm at. I'm in 38s now. That's what I wear. So I got 36s waiting. So I went and bought me some 36 jeans, and I'm going to be there. That's what I can tell you. That's how I can encourage myself. I hate to say that. You gotta set some goals somewhere. Got them hanging up in my bedroom, so I see them every day I get up. I can't fit. I can almost fit in them, but I can't button them. But I mean, it's like, okay, there's my goal. I got my goal set. There it is. I'm in 38s now. I'm going to work on the 36s. So that's my goal. We'll see how that works out. But that's what I do for a goal. The benefits are I feel better. And I just that's a whole general thing is I feel better. So my headaches go away. So I'm good with that. Those are the benefits of losing weight. But I got a goal, and a 36 jean is where I'm heading. Yeah. I just watch my bread intake. I mean, I'll usually come home, have one or two sandwiches. So I mean, that's about the only bread I take in after that. So, but I drink water all the time. Me and water is number one. So, but I do try to stay away from the soda pops. I mean, in fact, you can't have one. That's not the deal. But you gotta understand, they're sweet for a reason. It's designed for you. Oh man, that tastes good. I think I have another one. It's kind of like candy bar. Man, that tastes good. I think I can do one more. It'd be okay. I'll do one more. That one more turns into another, and then you pretty soon you're slipping. So yeah, just stick with it, Austin. You'll be fine. You'll be good. Five sodas a day will, along with anything else you're doing, yep, that'll give you sugar diabetes. There ain't no doubt about that. Yep, get bored and then you start eating. Yep, I know that 100%. Yep. The only thing I can tell you there is just try to stay busy doing something. Being active can be active. Exactly. Exactly, Mike. I agree. I mean, I was starting to get to the point where I bend over to tie my shoes, and it's like, man, this ain't working. Yeah, yeah, medicine, man. I got high blood pressure. I take a pill for that, and I've gotten to the point now where I take that pill every other day or every other third day because I just hate how it makes me feel, and I've talked to the doctor about it before. So I don't, this new pill that she's got me on, I'm not liking it. I hated the last one she had me on. My God, I was almost in fetal position with it. I took that for about takes about 2 weeks for the medicine to really start working on you. And then it's like, oh, this ain't going to work for me at all. I mean, I got too much going on. I'd go to work and it's like, man, I don't want to be here. I think I'll go home. I'd go home. And it's like, I can't be doing that. I went to the doctor and I said, whatever these pills are, you can have them all back because I don't want none of them. I said, give me something else because this ain't going to work. So I'm not, I mean, I watch my blood pressure. I watch it. I watch a lot of other things too. I watch my blood sugar. I, I'm here. I pay attention. So it's not like I'm blowing it off. And if I'm sick and I'm having a problem, I go to the doctor. That's what they're there for. That's awesome, Tim. Lose weight. Yeah, gluten free stuff. I try to get it when I can for sure, uh, but I don't have a problem with gluten, so I don't have a reaction with the gluten. So I'm okay there. I know a lot of people have reactions to gluten products and stuff, but I don't have that problem. But I understand a lot of people do and have to use gluten free stuff. So, knock on wood, I'm pretty good there. Really, health wise, I'm in good health. I mean, for my age, it's not that I'm old. I'm not saying I'm old, but you know, I'm 66. I'll be 67 in April. So I'm starting to climb that ladder. There's no doubt. And I got to pay attention to what's going on around me and what I'm doing. So I don't want to have to be the one be pushed around in a nursing home, somebody wiping my butt other than me. I'm sorry. If I can control stuff and make myself better by what I do and what I intake, I'm going to do that first. I'm just not going to sit around and wait for bad things to happen. I can't do that. I'm better than that. I got more pride in myself than that. That's me. So I'm talking about me, I ain't talking about nobody else. So to be honest, I feel like I'm about 45 ish. That's what I feel like. I really do. That's what I feel like. I got a body that's older though. But I'm pretty much, I got my time where or like everybody else, you got to sit down and rest and relax. Everybody has those times. There's nothing wrong with that. But I can't just sit every day. I couldn't do it. I'd be a mental handicap. And I enjoy being around people. I like talking with people. I try to make new friends as I go along. Even the little area I'm in, I still try to meet and greet people. I'll go to Walmart and talk to anybody. So that's just me. I try to be a little bit outgoing. Indecisive. That's great. 7.1 to a 5.1. That's awesome. That's an awesome number right there. That 5.1. That's great. I got to work on my A1C. I'll tell you that straight up. Used to be a 1.7. What? I think my brother was like a 1.2 or something like that. Now, several years ago, when I was 325 plus pounds, my A1C was close to 13. All the numbers in the world, people can, the doctors can show you all these numbers and all that stuff, but really when it comes down to it, it's how you feel. If you're feeling lousy and you're feeling bad and you ain't got no energy, and every time you try to move something aches on you because you're sitting around and all that stuff, you start feeling like that, you need to be rechecking what you're doing, because it's not working. That's the way I got around here. I mean, even though I was working, I'd come home and I'd just sit, and it's like, man, this ain't working. And it wasn't working. So, but yeah, I'd go to work and work, but then I'd come home, sit, eat. And it's like, man, I'm getting back into a rut again, and I can't be doing that. I know I can't be doing it, because the older you get, the worse that stuff gets on you. It's tough. I watched my mom. I lost my mom to sugar diabetes. I watched her go through hell. And I'm telling you straight up, I watched her from the time that she first stepped on a nail on her foot. And I watched it go from that to losing toes, losing half the foot, losing the leg, and then losing another leg. I sit and watched her go through hell. And that's besides any other health problem she had going on. So I personally, it's like, man, I'm screwing up. I'm already fat, you know. I just, I don't want to go through what my mom went through. There ain't no way I'd want anybody to go through that. No way. I'll tell you firsthand. So I have a reminder of that, even though I'm still fat and that I'm still fairly healthy. Knock on wood, thank God, I'm still healthy. So, because it sure could be a lot worse. So, yeah, I mean, if you have a way to make yourself better, do that. Anyhow, enough of that subject. The gluten pie did reduce your A1C. Some of that stuff, man, ain't no good. There's no doubt. Some of that, I call it filler. That's what I call it. Gluten's just basically a filler they're throwing in there, or what they're making it out of. It's a cheap product they can put in there, and it increases the product they don't want to use. So it's just my little 2 cents worth. Yeah, that's good. My grandfather lived to be 96, almost 97. So I carry a lot of his characteristics. So I thought the world of my grandfather. But anyhow, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? These were going to go from one extreme to another here. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I really do. Mine was good. I was right here. I didn't leave the house. Uh, Family had other things going on in the middle of the week. Oh, well, we got a plan for the weekend. Well, guess what? We got 10 inches of snow. Hey, we're canceling. That's okay. All right. I understand. So most of them were supposed to have it today. So most of it got canceled because of the snow and all that. And I understand that. So I had my little Thanksgiving here. I cooked me a little bitty bird, and I made my homemade dressing. I did that. And I had my little mini Thanksgiving dinner right here at home. Phenomenal, David says. Phenomenal. That word gets around a lot. I'll tell you that. That's quite the word. I do like that word, phenomenal. Just saying. Kind of like top dead center zero lash stuff. Is that anything like that, David? Yeah. 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 I get that, Austin. I really do. I miss my mom. There's days I miss my mom so much. It's tough, and it's been decades ago. My mom made it to be 68 years old, and I watched her go through hell. Really, it was living hell for her. I mean, back then, wasn't no such thing as putting stents in. She got cut right down the center, and they done open heart bypass surgery. And man, that hurt her bad because she never really healed because of the sugar diabetes. She couldn't really heal, and it never healed from the day she had it to the day she died. So, yeah. My stepdad, I mean, my stepdad, he was a good dad. I mean, he was firm, definitely a firm person. He didn't ask you 3 times to go do something. I can tell you that. So we raised on a farm, and the farm we was raised on was an actual true farm. Everything on that farm had a purpose, and everything on that farm fed us through the year, and everything on that farm kept the house warm. So we had plenty to do when we was a kid. Just saying. You had a smoked turkey. Wow. I don't think I've ever had a smoked turkey. I don't, not that I remember. Now, my son, I've had deep fried, and my son deep fries it, big cooker deal. Like, it's okay. I can't say that's my favorite turkey, but I still passionate about cooking in the oven and all that. So I'm still passionate about the old fashioned way of Thanksgiving dinner, you know, the candied yams and marshmallows and all of that, the homemade bread dressing. You sit here and had bread out, and you let it get dry, and you make your dressing, and you put all the stuff in it. And yeah, I ain't the crouton box guy. I don't know what that stuff. I don't get me wrong, I've ate it, but I can't say that's dressing. Yes, David, I totally agree. That open heart surgery, there ain't no fun there. It's not for the weak. It is definitely not for the weak. My brother, he had that problem about a year and a half ago, and I went to the hospital there. I mean, he was having I looked at him, I said, man, he ain't coming out of here because, man, he just looked horrible. They went in there and put a stent in him, too. So that makes 2 stents he's got. So, but he doesn't take care of himself either. I mean, he keeps smoking, whatever, drinking and whatever. I mean, he just, he's younger than me, you know. It's like he just won't take care of himself. Just won't do it. We farm, we row crop. It was a row crop farm. I mean, we had cows, hogs. We had it all there, Austin. Yeah. We put up hay every spring and summer. We put up hay in the barn, put up square bales and put up loose. Yeah, we had it both. We milked cows every morning. We had 3 Guernsey cows. We milked every every morning. That was our milk, and we had, I don't know, probably 60 or 70 head of cattle. So we always had a younger steer we could butcher in the winter and whenever. I mean, you could butcher any time if you needed meat, but we had in a huge garden, and I'm talking a huge garden. I ain't talking about like a little thing I got here, a big garden. But we canned about everything. Everything that could go in a can went in a can. So we was very self-sufficient farm back then. We didn't get to go to town every day and pick out a can off the shelf. I can tell you that. That didn't happen. We got to go to town maybe once a month. Once a month. So and usually it was only to get, the stuff we couldn't make on the farm, your sugar and flour. Sugar, a lot of flour. I mean, we'd buy 50-pound bags of flour back then. And then we'd put it in a bin in the back. It was back in the day where you kept flour a long time. And the reason why you sifted back then, you had them sifters that had to look like a beater thing on it. There's a reason why you sifted flour. Most people don't understand. But hey, that's the way it was. So, but that's why you sifted flour. Really, the flour you get today, I mean, unless you keep it for a while, there's probably no reason to ever sift flour you get out of your bags today. But back in the day, yeah, you sifted the flour for a reason. Just saying. Tim, have a good evening. Glad you popped in. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you a lot. There's a lot of work, Austin, on the farm. I mean, we had row crops. So, we in school time in the spring, we'd have to take 2 weeks out of school. And all the schools around there done that. They'd let you have 2 weeks off. No penalty, no nothing, because everybody was basically farmers back then, and they had to put the crops in. So we had about 2 weeks out of school in the spring and about 2 weeks in the fall to harvest the crops. So, back then, I mean, we didn't have these big tractors out there today. We had old Model A John Deeres and old Ford Ferguson, and I could tell you stories of the early 60s. We didn't have a corn picker. You took in the whole corn. If you wanted some of the corn back, they'd shell it for you at the local elevator. They'd shell it off for you, and they'd put it in bags. And then you took that home. You'd take cob and all home. If you wanted cracked corn, and you asked for so much cracked corn out of what you harvested out of your fields. But we didn't have a picker. We was the picker. We walked many a row, throw it in the wagon, throw it in the truck. Many a time we done that. So there was a lot of us there. I mean, we're talking back then, there was 12 of us on the farm. So we looked like corn pickers going down through the field. So yeah, it was a hard life. I'm telling you, it was a hard life. These kids today sit around on their little iPads and iPhones and all that stuff, playing games and stuff like that. We didn't have time for games. There was no game plan. We could have games when we didn't have anything chores to do on the farm, and there was always something to do, But usually in the late nights or the evenings and stuff, while we'd go out in the barn, play hide and seek. We'd go in there, and during the day, if we had a little bit of time, we'd start making a few tunnels in the barn, and so we could play hide and seek. So a lot of hide and seek games. So, yeah. Just saying, a lot of horseshoes, played a lot of horseshoe games. Warshers, man, we played warshers till we wore the warshers out. Bren, how you doing, Bren? How is Bren this evening? I'm just blabbering off about farm and all that stuff. So probably about half the people left. health. We talk about health, and I think that probably run everybody off. I try not to get into health because it's bad to get into health because people start looking at it like a political thing, and so I need to stay off that subject because it gets me like political and religious and stuff, and I got my own deal. So I still think David needs about 2 truckloads of snow down there. I'm still trying to figure that out. Bryn, you need some snow? I got plenty here. I got about 10 inches on the ground. I'm willing to try to ship some out of here. Well, I bet going to Chicago was a treat of its own. What'd you do to your arm? I haven't heard this, Brent, so I don't know what's going on. Got tons of snow. Okay, well, okay. I guess you can't have none then. You fell at the market? Well, that's no good. Can't be doing that, Brent. No, can't be doing that. So what was you doing up in Chicago? Oh, Christmas market with your friends. Oh, okay. Went to the Walnut Room in Macy's. I bet that was interesting. So they have a bunch of walnuts in the Walnut Room at Macy's. Oh boy, sorry. Yeah, Walnut Room. I mean, I mean, you had to go all the way to Chicago to go to Macy's in the Walnut Room. I mean, you had to go all the way up there to see walnuts in the Walnut Room. I got you, Brent. I got you, Brent. I got you. I got it figured out now. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I got a couple walnut trees out in my front yard. I mean, saying. Oh, I know it's not the same. Not the same. I get it, Brent. I get it. It's not the same. Yeah. Walnut wood everywhere. Yeah. I got a couple trees in my yard. Nobody comes by and looks at them and say, hey, wow, look at the walnut trees. Awesome. I'm sure it was nice up there, Brent. I'm sure it was some beautiful stuff. I'm sure. I've never heard of it. So, I mean, this is the first I've heard of the Walnut Room in Macy's. Yeah. Phenomenal day. Yeah. Phenomenal walnut wood at Macy's in Chicago, by the way. Chicago. I'm going to go out and put signs on my walnut tree out here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put signs on. Looky here, walnut tree. Yeah. I'm sorry. Phenomenal. Yeah. You can only see this tree. It's the only tree. I will look it up, Brent. I mean, I do like that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of making fun, but seriously, I'm sure there's some beautiful woodworking stuff in there. It's made out, I'm sure. So, and I will look it up. Trust me, I will look it up. While I'm trying to figure out to send snow to David, I'll look it up. That would be phenomenal. Just saying. Yeah, it looks like I run everybody off. It took me an hour and 27, hour and 27 minutes to run everybody off. I didn't mean to. Well, I've been on for an hour and 27 minutes. That's probably enough for a Saturday after Thanksgiving. And we got, I got 10 inches of snow on the ground here, so that's plenty. It's going to be cold all week, and I'll be inside working. There won't be any outside work going on for a little while now. I had a sandblasting that was supposed to be happening this week, but it ain't going to happen in 25, 30 degree weather. So that ain't going to happen. So I'll be inside doing body work on tractors, and I got a bunch of small parts again to paint again. I got, that room I had there had, I don't know, 70 parts in it, little pieces that I painted. And I got 2 more rooms full of that kind of stuff. I got to get painted, primered and painted and stuff like that. So I'm good. I'm good. I just don't want to bore anybody or anything like that. I don't want to be blabbering about nothing. And, I mean, as a creator, whatever that is on YouTube, I mean, I should have content for you guys to enjoy. And I really don't. I bring out a little bit of content, and then I kind of see what the chat does and go from there. And I'll interject on that and try to drag the content over and see what I can throw up for content. But as far as me, unless I'm doing something at work or something, the content, here is just a live where I'm blabbering off at the mouth, and I don't want to take up somebody's time. Especially right now, this is a holiday season right after Thanksgiving and stuff. So it's important for family and stuff. And I get it. And I understand it. So, and, it's been a long day, and, I need to get off of here, and I'm going to go back and watch my Aerial America. I like that series. If anybody else ever sees that, if you get a chance, you ought to watch Aerial America. I mean, it's some good documentaries. It's usually, sky stuff where they visualize stuff from the air. So they talk about each state, the history of it and stuff. And it's very interesting. And, I like Aerial America. I'll tell you straight up. So I do like watching that kind of stuff on TV more so than anything that's on TV. So anyhow, I'm going to get on here. I'm going to call it a night, and I appreciate you, every one of you coming in here. I hope the best for everybody. Be good to everybody. Be kind, and let's talk again next Saturday. We'll go from there. All right, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you coming in. Y'all have a good night, and God bless. We'll see y'all.